Manchester United led 3 times and were pegged back, had to settle for a point. The former United defender Steve Bruce was asked how the players should react to picking up that point.
If I'm going to be honest, when I just look at them walking around the pitch, there'll be a disappointment there. There's a disappointment in them that they haven't got over the line. They'll be disappointed with the mistakes they made in their defensive play. Some of the forward play was terrific, especially in the first half. It's as good as I've seen for a long, long time. But that Achilles heel they've got at the moment, and you can't be successful unless you've got a steady back 3, back 5, whatever you want to call it. And we know Harry Maguire and De Ligt are missing. Martinez is just coming back, so they're going to be better defensively, certainly at the top end of the pitch now with Cunha in particular and in Bournemouth. They've got a little bit of quality which gets you off your seat, and I have to say in the first half they looked a really, really good team.
Let's get some reaction to that game from the former United TV host Adam Stott. Morning, Adam.
Morning, Adam.
Good morning, Ali. Morning, Jeff. How are we doing?
Yeah,
very well, thanks, mate.
Look, Brucey there saying that the Manchester United players should be a bit disappointed. Were you?
Yes. I think the facts, you mentioned it there, Jeff. We led 3 times in the game. The attacking play from United was really good. It's been a lot better this season, but the Achilles heel, Steve Bruce nailed it. The switch-off moments, the first thing that Ruben Amorim said in his press conference afterwards was the same thing again. Moments in games where United just switch off and they end up undoing all of the good attacking work with what can only be described as just blackout moments where we're not clued up, we're not switched on, we don't see movement from the opposition, and they take advantage of it every single time. Nottingham Forest, start of the second half, 2 goals conceded in 5 minutes. Same again tonight. We've led in so many games and thrown away leads this season. I think it is frustrating for United fans, even though the football, like most people are saying, is actually better to watch now.
Adam, tell me, mate, there would be a train of thought which I can understand that Ruben Amorim is beginning to get it right, and let me explain myself, because as you correctly say, Mason Mount's back fit. The two signings have been brilliant, by the way, for me, and Bournemouth and Cunha. I really think, they've been terrific signings. I think they're going to become very good United players. I think they're comfortable and they look as though they're happy playing there. Sesko, the jury is out a little bit. So with that in mind, he's taking steps to sort out the forward line, which has always recently been a problem.
Yeah.
And I think maybe in the next couple of windows he'll have a go at the defence. I know they've got 1 or 2 out, I understand that, but the defence looks unstable, I would suggest. So I think that'll be next to get fixed.
I think midfield, Ali.
Yeah.
It's
okay,
crazy as it sounds.
I accept that as well, yeah.
Yeah, we've got 7 centre-backs on our books, if you want to count them, if you're playing across the back 3 that have all featured there. The injuries haven't helped at all, but the defence has just been unstable with every single partnership we've had, or trio that we've had at the back this season. It's just been a problem of not being able to control games, I think. A lot of people would blame the midfield for that, and the pressure is on the defence. I feel like the centre of the park, centre-back, centre midfield, possibly wing-back if he wants to continue with this formation is where he goes next, because we have got forward players scoring goals. I mean, we're level on goals scored with Arsenal, who are top of the league right now, but we've got a defensive record which is down there with the best at the bottom of the table, and that's why we're not moving into that next position in the league where we've always been able to, with a win at home, say against Everton, West Ham or Bournemouth, move into the top 4, and we failed each time. It's really frustrating, but the defence, I don't know what it is. We had 2 teenagers in the defence last night. Maybe that had something to do with it, a partnership that hasn't played much before. And I think that's it. The chopping and changing at the back hasn't helped either, Ali.
Yeah. Adam, can I just ask you, before the game, look, I usually support Ruben Amorim, but before the game, he picked out some young players. I mean, he was sort of defending the fact that he wasn't putting Kobbie Mainoo in the side. And he said, look, Harry Amas is struggling in the Championship. Chido Obi, not always a starter in the under-21s. Toby Collier not getting a game at West Bromwich Albion. Could it ever be right, even if something's lost in translation, which I accept it may have been, can it ever be right to dig out your young players?
I went down the road you did there, Jeff, by sure left. I seen the quotes come out. This came from the embargoed version of his press conference on Friday, so we didn't hear about this until 10:30 on the Sunday evening before the game last night, obviously. And I seen the quotes from the journalists who were in the press conference, and I thought, that it doesn't sound right. So I went and listened myself. I said, there must be some loss in translation surely there. And I think it was the fact that the journalists were probing him on the Kobbie Mainoo situation. And there was several questions going in on Kobbie Mainoo, and Kobbie Mainoo from different journalists are constantly going on him. I think he reacted in a way to say, look, I'm playing academy players. Last season, they had a chance and they failed. Kobbie Mainoo had a chance last season. He failed. They were all part of one of Manchester United's worst ever Premier League sides. In fact, the worst in Premier League history in the club. They've had their chance. I think because he's in a position now as a manager where he needs results, he's looking to players he trusts. He hasn't got enough games in a season to rotate his squad. Every Premier League game is massively important for him. He can't play Kobbie. And I think a reaction from them asking him the questions on Kobbie Mainoo, he's brought up the academy players who he gave debut to. In his 8-month spell last season, he gave 3 academy debuts. And it didn't really work out. It probably wasn't the right time to do it. But I think it's just an overall hit back at the media, constantly asking him questions about the academy. And Kobbie Mainoo is obviously the big gun, and that's the one that everyone's going to use to fuel the fire, because he got the biggest cheer of the night last night. It was probably louder than one of the goals going in when he came on the pitch. But as you said in the intro, there's a lot of controversy now with what his half brother was wearing on the side of the pitch, and it's all just gone a bit chaotic again now.
Adam, thanks very much.
Thanks, Adam. All the best.
Thanks, fellas. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Jim in Sheffield says Harry Amos has been the one shining light in a season of turmoil at Hillsborough. Lou Berg says Bruno Fernandes has been immense for us going forward. Can't help but notice the fact that he's cost us many goals by losing his man and not tracking back. It's a huge problem at United. And Doug, just like to say, I got your text and I agree with it, mate.